Okay guys, welcome back. You're watching the STPL. My name is Kix, and here we are watching bwL versus Valhalla team. We saw Castle playing his off-race Terran to take bwL up 2-1, and it's going to be up to their next player here to close it off if they can. And if, of course, Valhalla team do win this game, we will head on over to their ace match, but it's going to be a hard battle for one of our players that did play in the previous one. So let's actually have a look at who our players are going to be for bwL. We're going to have BobMoo. Now BobMoo, a player completely unknown to me. He wasn't even on the list of the people that sent me initially. I think they sent me the updated report match, but I didn't check it, so that's on me. But it's been a while since these games were played, so they were actually played 2 weeks ago, but of course we did have the third place match and the final of round 2 to cast, and me and Rapid did that last week. But here we are closing off the show matches for round 3, almost like a map test tournament as it were. BobMoo, a Zerg player, his opponent fighting for Valhalla team is going to be Domain. Now Domain, a pretty cool guy. But kind of interesting to see how he's going to do. He did a pretty good job in his first STPL game. That was in the first week of show matches, which was 2 weeks ago. If you want to check out the VODs for those, you can check them out on youtube.com/KixSC. And now let's have a look at what map they're going to be playing on. It's going to be Athena 2. Now Athena 2 from the 2008 Club Day MSL Jungle World tile set, 3-player map. Very, very interesting expansion pattern. We see the 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock and 2 o'clocks are the spawns. If you follow, I know you can't see the mouse, but if you follow from the red space, you move up. You've got the natural expansion. You can move across the bridge to secure a third and a fourth base very, very easily, both of them gas bases. Or you can opt to move forward to the Sylphid style high ground, so I guess this is more Athena style high grounds that Sylphid are using. But that is a mineral only base, so not the best base to take. And obviously in a PvZ, going to be very easy to hold that bridge. Very small choke as well, so let's see how this game is going to play out as we move into a PvZ between bwL's BobMoo and Valhalla team's Domain. Now let's get started. And speaking of getting us started down here in the 9 o'clock position, we do have the Brown Protoss fighting for Valhalla team. It's going to be Domain. And his opponent down here for the second PvZ of this evening, it's going to be fighting for bwL. It's the Teal Zerg in the 6 o'clock position. It's BobMoo. Now, of course, a lot riding on the line here for BobMoo, even though it is just a show match. If he can secure this win, he will secure a 3-1 victory, showing a little bit of dominance over Valhalla team, but of course Domain is going to be the man with the plan to try and stop him. Now, we see the probe coming out very, very quickly, wants to try and block this hatchery, but going to be scouting a little bit too late for this, unfortunately for him. BobMoo is going to get this hatchery down immediately. Now obviously Domain's actually missed scouting, so this is a pretty big deal. I think he went for sort of an Overlord scout and didn't get it, so he is going to be scouting dead last, not going to be able to put any pressure on the drones or anything like that. Of course Protoss can't mana pylon a Zerg because you can't build on creep, because obviously Zerg are OP, you know. But here we go, we're going to see BobMoo going in to the 3 o'clock base. Going to see that his opponent isn't there, so going to have to loop back on himself. That's obviously a lot of lost time, and it does mean that he can't opt to go for anything crazy like a Nexus first off of this. Now, he is going to be doing a pretty good wall for this map. He'll be able to put the gateway on top of the forge. There's a lot of room for cannons behind this, and the Nexus is set quite far back, so if he does find himself against any sort of crazy Hydralisk hijinks, he'll be able to deal with those. Now, one thing I noticed on Team Liquid earlier is the two events were both casted by British casters. We had Wardy casting some StarCraft 2 tournament, and here we are with the STPL joining me, so British broadcasters obviously taking the Wednesday slot, making it special for both fans of StarCraft 1 and StarCraft 2. I know Wardy's from the north of England, so kind of like a north-south divide on him with me as well, so I've never met him. Obviously not a StarCraft 2 guy myself, so never really seen too much of his content, but it's good to see other British players doing cool stuff in esports scenes for various games. I know there's obviously a lot of British people in esports. You've got Red Eye, one of the most famous hosts of all time, was an ex-Quake 3 commentator, did become a host for ESL. You've got people like Kalaris, Kalaris, obviously Too Good as well, Quake, Kalaris from Command & Conquer, I believe, and Warcraft 3 and then StarCraft 2. You also have Total Biscuit, who unfortunately did pass away, but lots of British people in esports, a lot of them in casting positions as well. I almost wonder if it's a bit like British people in movies as villains, like American films. But here we go, looks like the Zerglings gonna move up, trying to make their way in. Of course this cannon is pretty well placed, so not gonna be able to do too much there. The probes have been pulled to expand, but he's gonna move them into this location as well, just to make sure nothing breaks in. Or maybe not. So it looks like we've actually got a little bit of a ling all in coming in from BobMoo. Now BobMoo wants to end this quickly. We did see a probe seeing these Zerglings, so is he going to add on another couple of lings? Looks like, or another couple of cannons. Looks like he isn't, and this could be a pretty big deal. Now, we see the probes have been pulled to try and help defend against the Zealot. We see a pylon going down as well, making it a little bit harder for the lings to slip by, but he's only got a single Zealot. He's only got 2 cannons. If Domain can hold on to this, he'll be in a very strong position to take the game a little bit quicker. Obviously Domain has to win this if he wants to take his team to the ace match, but this is going to be a lot of lings. He's going to be up against ling speed very soon if it's not already finished, which I think it is. There we go, ling speed has finished. Now, I mean, the big tell is there's no drones at the natural. There is very few drones in the main. Ling's coming out the egg still. This is a do or die situation for BobMoo. If he cannot break, he is going to be so far behind, but I think Domain is playing a little bit too greedy. He's not added any cannons on, and this could be a few too many Zerglings for him to deal with. And I mean, I'm an optimistic person, but I think BobMoo is in a very, very dangerous situation now. He's not even adding on a third Zealot, and here we go, the Ling's actually going to be able to get by the top. That is not tight, and we see the Zerglings trying to get on top of the cannon. No, they're actually just running past. And I mean, are we going to see a repeat of Blackson versus Castle? I mean, the difference is, of course, Castle was able to go, or wait, Kingdom even. Kingdom was able to go for a big all-in. I mean, it does look like Domain has held on to his front, but there's a lot of Zerglings in his main. They're still very, very healthy. And I mean, he's killing all of the probes. I mean, the Zealots can't actually get in to help defend because the probes are in the way. It looks like a lot of probes have gone down, and here is round 2. The Lings are just going to keep on coming, and they're on top of the cannons now. Now, it looks like the cannons going to be able to hold, which is a pretty big deal. But I mean, Domain is quite far behind now. I mean, the one benefit Domain does have is he still does have Zealots. The economy of Domain is the economy of BobMoo is very, very poor as well. There's very few drones here, so all he has to do is hold on. He needs to block his ramp. If anything, I would say just sack your natural at this point. You're not going to be able to get another cannon up. But here we go. Looks like he's going to try. He's got a Zealot in a good position, but 2 lings, 3 lings, 4 lings can actually hit that once, so this is going to be a bit of a miss micro by Domain. A little bit harder to put a Zealot in that position, and the cannon is going to go down. And with it, Domain's hopes in this game, very possibly. I mean, he should have sacked his natural. He should have just held the ramp. And with more Zerglings coming in, what is Domain going to be able to do? Does he have a cannon in the main? It doesn't look like it. He's going to try and hold on with nothing but Zealots, but he's not blocking his ramp. More and more probes are going down. The cannon going to go down as well, but that is going to buy a little bit of time for these Zealots to do something. But this is still so many Zerglings. I mean, he's trying to build another cannon, but how long can you realistically hold your natural against this? He's pulled all of the probes once again. This is nearly every single mining probe he has. It looked like he was going into Zealot speed, but making a few mistakes there. Valhalla team domain is going to tap out with a GG. And BobMoo is going to take our fourth and final game here for bwL. So it's kind of ironic, two of our games nearly ended with Ling all-ins. One of them the Protoss got a little bit of a better engagement out of, but that one, Domain, with a little bit of a micro error, did try and hold on to his wall. Of course, losing your natural nexus is a big deal. He would have lost his gateway and everything as well. But when you see a Ling all-in and you only build 2 cannons, realistically, there's not too much you can do. So that is going to bring us to an end of today. Of course, this isn't the end for the STPL. There is still a little bit to go, or there's a lot to go even. But let's just give BobMoo that win, and let's head on over to show off the results and just talk a little bit about how those series of games just went. So SFCA did manage to take down Manasman in a PvP at the beginning with a quick 2-gate all-in. Did manage to take down the Dragoon Micro with the Zealots of Manasman. Kingdom with a very, very close and tense PvZ. If you didn't see it, I would recommend checking the VOD after the cast. We saw, I'm not going to spoil too much, but a very, very clutch win by Kingdom. That was a do or die situation for him, and he managed to pull it off, so great job by him. Castle, his teammate, winning a TVZ to bring us to a 2-1 on Coliseum 2, and then finally BobMoo winning on Athena 2 for bwL. No ace match here, unfortunately, but good games nonetheless. These two teams will be back in round 3. Just to sort of explain what's going on, round 3 will be starting next Monday. The games are going to be on Sunday. I'll be casting Monday, Wednesday, Friday for those, so same times as what's over there. I don't know, I'm not using my other arm, I'm sat on it. So either way, there's more STPL coming your way this week as well. Let's just have a look at who's going to be playing. We have a final show match. It's between two of our more well-known STPL teams, both in from round 1. We've got IRK, the Swedish team primarily, but very, very strong team. They have people like Athena on as well. DeWalt too, versus DM Clan. Now DM Clan did a great job in round 1, struggled a little bit in round 2. Their main ace player Tech had a little bit of a problem during round 2. I'm not really too sure what happened, but they'll be back for round 3, of course, both of these teams, and they'll be putting on a show. So let's actually just introduce the groups if you haven't seen them so far. In Group A, we're going to have bwL, White Clan, Naz, Messia, Media, Foreign Brood War, Bull, and Ash. That should be a very fun group. And in Group B, we're going to have Psystorm.eu, IRK, DM, Valhalla, Soul Gaming, Red, Net Wars, and Clan Revolution. Now, obviously these teams are going to, well, these groups are going to be quite close. I think Group B is a little bit closer in skill level, but there's a lot of very strong teams in Group B. Net Wars, round 2 finalists, IRK round 1 finalists, DM round 1 4th place finishers, Soul Gaming round 2 3rd place finishers, Red round 2 4th place finisher as well. So very stacked teams in Group B. Group A, of course, you have White Clan, the champions of both round 1 and round 2. Naz not really showing their full potential, I don't think, but they've got more players now. So they're going to be putting in a lot more effort with Terra and Eon Zerg in their roster. Messia, one of our newer teams, obviously Media, one of the older, more well-known teams. FBW back again. They've now added TT1 to their roster, which should be fun to see. Bullet Ash obviously didn't have the best round 1 and round 2, but they'll be back here in round 3 to try and show off some more games. So that is going to end us for this evening, guys. Huge thank you to everybody who tuned in. Huge thank you everyone, of course, who's donated to the prize pool, and the people who've donated to me as well. Prize pool currently on $1,400. That'll be given out to every single team at the end of the STPL who are still in. Obviously, the first place winners, second place are getting a larger percentage. Same with third and fourth, and then it sort of trickles down with there. Any information about that is all in the thread. So if you do want to learn anything, check the round 3 thread on TL. It's got a list of all the full rosters, all the full schedule as well of everything coming up. So do check that out if you want to find out what's coming up next to the STPL. Follow STPL TV on Twitter as well. I'll do any news and announcements through there, as well as Team Liquid, so you don't have to miss anything. So once again, huge thank you as well to the players who, without, we wouldn't have an STPL for them to play in. Of course, I put a lot of effort into organising, but without players, without viewers, there wouldn't be a tournament. So once again, thank you for all the support, and I'll see you on Friday at 2100 CEST for our third and final round 3 show match, and then we're going to be heading into round 3 next week, so see you guys on Friday. Seconds down.